Welcome to episode 1 with Geeks Corner. If you've followed our site before, you know that we cover all things tech. And if you're new to the channel, then you can check our website out at www.geekscorner.co.uk. We cover things Apple, Google, Android related, and any other tech news that we find interesting as well. And I hope you guys enjoy our first podcast. First up, I want to cover Apple. Now, Apple released watchOS 5 Beta 1 yesterday evening UK time. I think it was about 11 a.m. US time. And this comes after they pulled it last week. They announced Beta 1 and put it available to developers originally on Monday after WWDC18 last week. And then a few days later they pulled it after developers were reporting it was actually locking up their Apple Watch during installation, and they had to send the watches off to Apple to get them restored. So Apple has made it available again, and even though it is available only to developers, if you're not a developer, you can actually install it on your watch. However, because you can't restore the Apple Watch like you can with your iPhone using iTunes, I would definitely recommend you holding off installing any beta on the Apple Watch. And exactly the same reason Apple doesn't do a public beta is because you cannot restore your watch without sending it off to Apple. So definitely watch our news on our website for any update on the beta on that one. Next up, we're sticking on the Apple topic. Apple also took the opportunity to release Beta 2 of iOS 11.4.1. Again, this is developer only, and even though iOS 12 is in beta, they still have 11.4.1 in beta as well. Now, a few people have asked me what is the point of Apple doing these betas. Well, because iOS 12 isn't going to be available until about September time when they announce the new iPhones usually, and so 11.4.1 etc. will need to be carrying us through into September for the regular users, so they need to make sure that the software is as bug-free as possible. Now, Apple is going to be supporting the same devices that iOS 11 covers into iOS 12, so it's not a case of that any device is going to be dropped off on this one, but they just need to make sure that the performance is as buttery smooth to keep customers happy up until the new release in September. Next up, I want to talk about EE, which is a UK mobile operator. They have become the first UK mobile operator to introduce smart number technology, and this allows you then, once you have one iPhone with a registered number to EE, to be able to register, I believe it's up to 5 devices, so that you can be contacted on any of those. So if you leave your phone in the office or in the car, somebody can reach you not only on your Apple Watch but also on your iPad, as long as it's got a cellular or Wi-Fi connection. But what's really interesting is, as well, as the other devices do not have to be on the EE network. Now, it's not going to work with Android or any other thing at the moment. It is just purely iOS devices, and I'll put a link in this description so you can actually read the full article on which devices are supported. Like I say, it is an interesting move. Currently you've got Wi-Fi calling technologies, so you're able to pick up calls on other devices, but this one will also, like I say, cover other devices that's not on EE. So you can take, if you have another phone with a different operator and you want to take that out and about and still be reached, you can register that as well. So it's definitely worth checking out. Well, that's pretty much it for episode 1. I hope you guys have found this useful. I'm going to be trying to do this podcast often, and it's going to be a short one just to cover, obviously, the news that's going on. And let me know what you guys think. If you have the Anchor podcast, make sure you download it and subscribe to us. And you can also send us voice questions, which we can add into the show as well. This is new and we are giving a trial out, so let us know on Twitter or on Facebook what you think. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon.